Hello everyone, I am Raven from Raven Comics, and today we will review that moment when Batman almost ended the life of his son Jason Todd, aka Red Hood. It all starts at the Dark Trinity's headquarters. At the beginning of this series, Batman had a confrontation with Red Hood. Jason wanted to work his way in the city, but Batman warned him that he had to do it without killing anyone. For a long time, Jason hadn't known anything about his real father until recently. Mr. Todd sent him a letter explaining how he was born and why he was abandoned. The Penguin set a trap for him. He was supposed to be one of those men, but instead, he betrayed him and handed him over to the police so he could escape. This caused great anger in Red Hood, who had already had several confrontations with the Penguin before. It's true he made a promise to Batman, but that doesn't matter anymore. The Penguin destroyed his life and has to pay for it. He did so by paying with his life. Red Hood shot him, breaking the promise he made to Batman. At the headquarters, the Image's Bizarro was watching end, and Bizarro gets angry. He wanted to know how this story ended. Artemis enters the base. Bizarro has to shut down the self-destruction program right now. The big scientist is no longer here. Artemis needs him to come with her, and Bizarro will go with her anywhere. In the action with Red Hood, Jason was escaping from the police. The officers report a stolen unit heading towards Crime Alley. All units are in pursuit. Jason manages to evade them. Once he's calm, he tries to contact Artemis to open the door for him. He's below the base, and they need to get him out. In the Batcave, Batman has just seen what happened. A moment ago, a local magnate was shot. Alfred tells Bruce that Dick Grayson and Tim Drake are trying to contact him. Everyone is trying to ask him what they should do. Batman orders them to stay put. He will be the one to go out and bring him back. Alfred, with all his heart, regrets that the situation has come to this. Batman doesn't respond anymore. He has to go out and bring him back immediately. We have a flashback to his time as Robin. Jason was submerged deep underwater. Alfred insists that Batman must wake up. His readings indicate he's still conscious. The respiratory support was damaged by the car. He needs to surface. He's 3 minutes out. Alfred insists he must get out now. Jason won't listen and will keep descending, doing everything possible to get Batman out of this trouble. Alfred knows he won't be useful to Batman if he's dead. Robin continues until he manages to free him and bring him to the surface. Alfred continues. Master Bruce is not breathing. Jason tells him, with all due respect, to shut up. He's got him. He just needs one last step, giving him first aid to make him breathe again. Bruce wakes up. He really thought he could escape him. That easily? Batman recovers and tells him that if he ever wants to retire, it will be Jason's decision, not Bruce's. The memories end. In Gotham City, the officers are spreading out. The suspect must be nearby. This is the bike he stole. He can't be far if he keeps walking. Jason hasn't left yet. He's just invisible, like the headquarters. Secrets floating over the city. A building the size of a block about to collapse on top of all of them. All this was built by Bizarro, who has lost his abilities. The suit starts to fail and loses the invisible mode. The police tell him he's under arrest for the murder of Oswald Cobblepot. He doesn't have to bother denying it. Everything has been recorded. Jason acknowledges they're doing their job, but so is he. Something starts falling from the sky. The headquarters begins to fall. Everyone must clear the streets right now. Jason hopes Artemis is up there trying to fix all this. Indeed, she is. Only, at the moment, she hasn't managed to do anything. Bizarro is no longer intelligent and doesn't know how to stop it. Bizarro's hologram appears. Unfortunately, he can't stop it either. The entire building was connected directly to Bizarro's brain. As his intelligence left, everything stopped working correctly. Bizarro gets sad, deeply regretting what's happening. Artemis tells him he did nothing wrong. In his heart, he was only trying to help. If anything happens, it will be her fault for not trusting her instincts. The explosions start, and Artemis asks him to think. There must be a way to stabilize this system. There must be an escape route. Bizarro has no idea what his red-haired friend is talking about. Well, then they'll have to try something different. On top of a building, Red Hood comments that the base's camouflage keeps turning on and off. He still hopes it's somewhere there. He will take a leap of faith. He really hopes the base is still there so he can get inside. Whether it is or not, a bigger problem has just arrived. Batman is here to stop him. The Bat grabs him with his grappling gun and slams him to the ground. Red Hood asks if they're going to do this again. Of course they will. And to show him that this is serious, Batman gives him another strong kick to the face. The kick is so powerful that it breaks his mask. Once Batman grabs him, he tells him he was a fool to trust him. Jason says he's just a character. He has never seen him hit the Joker that hard, and he supposedly hates him. Batman hits him again and tells him to shut up. They had a deal. He could work in Gotham, and he could be free as long as he didn't kill anyone. He shot the Penguin point blank. Unlike Batwoman, he did it while the world watched. Jason asks, what's different about that? He knows all the crap Batwoman has done over the years, the people she's hurt. Or is he sad about missing a playdate? Batman headbutts him. There will be no more jokes, no more excuses, no more Red Hood. The punches stop, and Bizarro arrives to defend his friend. Batman makes Bizarro's head hurt. Artemis asked him to find him. She said it was important, and he'd better take him away from here. Later, at the headquarters, Artemis observes the number of deaths that will occur if it falls. What have they done by allowing Bizarro to build the base? Red Hood tells her they don't need to question that right now. The important thing is to figure out how to stop it. Artemis sees him injured and runs to hug him. Enough with the hugs. They need to find some kind of steering mechanism for this place. Maybe crash it into the bay to avoid crushing anyone. Artemis had already thought of that. It's just that there aren't many cars on the island of the Amazons. While they argue as always, Bizarro seems to have an idea to implement. He needs to destroy part of the place. Jason is thinking about causing less damage instead of more damage. Bizarro told Artemis he would go anywhere, anytime, and he meant it. The door he created to teleport them will be the key to all this. Bizarro takes the base and carries it through the door. Jason and Artemis do everything they can to hold on. Jason wants to go with him. Artemis tells him they don't have to do it. Well, the two of them together. No, just her. Someday, Jason will understand everything he owes her. The mistakes she made, how many have suffered because of her. Jason asks her not to do it. He doesn't care what she did. They can move on. They kiss. Jason asks the princess how it was for a kid. Artemis throws him, telling him never to call her princess again. Now she will go with Bizarro to help him. The base has a massive chain explosion. Fortunately, the city didn't suffer any damage thanks to Bizarro and Artemis. The most important part is still missing. Let's not forget Batman, who still hasn't given up. And there he is, standing behind him. No more words, and Red Hood tries to kick him. Batman stops him effortlessly and sends him flying. Once he's on the ground, he removes the bat symbol from his chest. He will no longer represent those principles. Once, he told him that if he ever left, it would be Jason's decision, not because Batman wanted it. Batman was taking him away when suddenly red smoke began to emerge. The Bat tries to take something from his belt to protect himself. It's useless. An arrow hits his hand. After a slight electric shock, he falls to the ground. The culprit is none other than Red Arrow. He's here to help his old friend. Thank you very much for watching this video. Don't forget to comment, like, and subscribe for more content like this. I'm TJ Prime, and see you in the next video.